I want to introduce Barb. We have a conversation about edibles.
Good afternoon. I'm a Pennsylvania patient, and I was also a teacher for 30 years. And we're going to first talk about how to make edibles. When you start with edibles and you're a new patient, one thing you want to keep in mind is to start low and go slow. You want to start with a single serving. Don't mix it with drugs or alcohol, other drugs or alcohol like pharmaceuticals. A new consumer, your average would be 1 to 5 milligrams. Occasional 5 to 10 milligrams, and a frequent consumer would be 10 to 15 milligrams. There's two types of cannabis, or two cannabis. There's indica and there's sativa. The indica is for like put you in the couch, it's good for nighttime, and the sativa is good for daytime. It gives you focus and clarity. We talked about this earlier, the flavor profile in your cannabis is called a terpene. And he talked about the visible and burnable, myrcene, terpenol. And you'll notice different types have different smells or flavor profiles. This cannabinoid chart gives you a actual what cannabinoid helps cure what. They found that in your body, you don't have an opiate, you have an opiate receptors, but you don't have an opiate system, but you do have an endocannabinoid system. It's part of your body. And they just found this in the 90s, and they found there's CB1 receptors, CB2 receptors, and they just found CB3 receptors in the last 6 months. They're located in your body, like there's one at the base of your brain. There's one in your, for each organ, and I believe there's one at the base of your spine. That's the newer one. And they're still doing research and study on it as we speak. The thing I use the most is I like, for pain. For pain, I use the THC and the various ones under the pain areas. You're gonna see the gastrointestinal. For appetite loss, people who started the program and started taking THC found they were losing weight. I'm on Facebook. It's called Medical Marijuana Patient in PA, and it's a helpful website for people that are just learning and how to make recipes and different effects and different strains to try for different ailments. For anxiety, you see over here you have CBD and CBG for anxiety. I'm hemp staff certified. I can work in a dispensary, and one thing we learned there is when you have CBD and it's derived from hemp, it's not as strong as the CBD derived from cannabis. Full spectrum CBD has a little bit of THC in there. They're known as the power couple. CBD makes THC work and THC makes CBD work. So they're very beneficial. You get the most effect by having that powerful combination. When you start and you have your products at hand, you want to know, where am I going to start at? Some things you're going to have to decarboxylate, and you're going to have to release the essential oils and bring everything up to the surface so it helps work to its fullest potential. But you don't want to overheat it because you're going to kill the effects, the therapeutic effects, right? They say anything over 250 degrees, you don't want to add it in there. I have a little recipe there for if it's flour, you want to decarb it. It has THCA. You need to drop the A molecule to make it into THC. You can eat a pound of cannabis and not get high because it's THCA. You have to heat it, you have to vaporize it. Use one of the allowable by laws ways to consume it, and drop that A off. Another product, if you buy it at the dispensary, you can always ask your bud tender, do I need to carboxylate it? If you go and you buy a syringe and it's CO2, and you go and you stick it all in your cookie batter, and you didn't decarboxylate it first, you kind of just didn't get the most power out of it, you just defeated your purpose. So you want to decarboxylate. My Terravita friends over there, they always help me when I have an issue. I'll be like, does this need to be decarboxylated?
How do you do that?
The directions are up there. You're going to take your product. There's many methods on the internet. Some people say put in a jar with some coconut oil and then put it in the oven for so long, for half an hour, and that'll help decarboxylate it. You don't want to go over that time. You don't want to make it too hot because you're going to kill the effects. You're going to kill the cannabinoids. You're going to kill the terpenes. It's not going to do anything for you. All right? Another product, you can use flour, you can decarboxylate it, you can make your own MBO. These are THCA crystals. Do they need to be decarboxylated? THCA crystals. Yes, you need to drop the A. I have some edibles I made with terpenes. Good job. So these are just a couple products. You have to decarboxylate all of these. When I go to the dispensary, I'm going to make edibles, and we're going to talk about this product today. I use Cresco, Gorilla Glue number 4 for at night. And then I like to use sativa for the daytime. This is Cresco. They're over here today with this. They're one of my favorite products. Terrapin just came out with a gram for like 60 bucks. This is a half gram for $50. And from what I understand, the price is supposed to go down in June. Before you want to determine your dosage with dispensary products, you're going to look on the little side. I have a little, I made a little flow chart of my presentation. When you get Gorilla Glue number 4 and you bought it in November, and then you bought it again in December, and from 2 different batches, they're going to have 2 different formulations. So you want to take your percentage and then you multiply it by how many milligrams. For example, the Gorilla Glue here is 500 milligrams and it's 77%. So I take 77% times 500 milligrams, and then you're going to take the numbers of candies, these cookies or brownies that you make, and that's your total milligram per piece, and that's how you're going to go back and decide, is this a beginner dose, is it an advanced dose, what do I need? All right? And somebody said it before, if you want to get rid of the psychoactive effects, take a CBD, CBD vape, it's real quick. Here's the Gorilla Glue number 4. I bought this one on 11.5, and you're going to see it has 77% THC in it. I bought this one, it's on 12.12, and it has 72.360% THC. You also notice that the CBG over here, you had 1.1%. It's good for your neuron development, it's for Alzheimer's, it's good for, I have a brain injury, it has to do with my cognition. And then over here, you don't have any CBG. So every plant will have a little bit different of a ratio. If you have the top buds at the top of your plant, it's going to be stronger than the bottom buds. Again, this is the half milligram syringe I was using from the Gorilla Glue number 4. All right, step number 1, you want to gather your supplies. You're going to use a cup of sugar. You can use natural sugar. You can go to Whole Foods and get that dietetic sugar. You can use stevia. You can use a half a cup of Cairo, like corn syrup. You can use organic corn syrup. You can go to Whole Foods. I don't know if they have anything in that line for that. You can just buy it and just substitute it. You use a quarter cup of filtered water. And now you like to use pan spray, decarb cannabis product, half teaspoon of favorite extract or terpene, 2 cups glass measuring cup, silicone spatula, silicone candy molds, parchment paper, candy thermometer, and a small saucepan with no lip. You want it smooth so you can pour it right out and it doesn't have to get all stuck. You're going to spray your spatula and your saucepan and your glass measuring cup with pan. Then you're going to wipe it off lightly to remove the spray. You're going to dump it in your pan and it's going to look like this. First thing you're going to do is you're going to stir it up. I like to use a whisk and just make it into a slurry. Then you're going to have your heat at medium. While this is going on, you're going to take your tube of your RSO syringe. There's child proof, you have to It's a whole adventure on how to open them. So you're gonna take this and you're gonna stick it in the sink and you're gonna turn it on hot and you're gonna run it for at least 5 minutes. It needs to be 120 degrees at least to make it more viscous. If you try to squeeze it before you heat it, it's so thick and so goopy that it'll break the applicator. And when you get it, it's like that much. Colorado would be like that much. Here it's this much. $60, $20. But again, you want to keep that going while you have your stuff on the stove. Don't touch it again. Let it heat. You're going to keep a thermometer in it, and you're waiting for it to get up to 300 degrees. After it reaches 300 degrees, you're then going to pour it into your 2-cup glass measuring cup, which you already wiped, sprayed with a little PM, and you wiped it clean, because that's going to make the candy not stick to it. It'll come right out the end. So at that same time, you're going to place your RSO back in the sink under hot water while you wait for decrease in the temperature. I like these. You can get them on the internet. They're silicone. They're candy molds. It helps you let you know this is cannabis. Cannabis. And then I also like taffies. I have a relative who's 84. She's a medical marijuana patient, and she has Alzheimer's, and she has a broken hip, and we give her that, and she has no pain, she can walk, and she doesn't scream, she's not frustrated through her anxiety. So I'm a very big proponent for Alzheimer's. This definitely works. I know it for a fact. When it goes down to 250 degrees exactly, I start it like right at 205 or 210. Because by the time you get going, it's going to drop rapidly, and you want to get your lecithin in there, you want to get your RSO in there, and then for flavor, sometimes I'll add indica terpenes or gorilla glue terpenes just for extra flavor. You can add lemon if you like lemon flavor. You don't have to add anything, you can add the natural flavor of the cannabis. These are the molds. Again, you want to do it quickly and carefully because it gets really hot. I mean, I've already burnt, it burns like a few layers of your skin. Now, when you're done with it, you want to label it properly and store it in a safe place. What I do is I have these candy wrappers, and then I have my lollipops, and you get my tie wraps on eBay, and I do those for going places, so I can take something with me, and then I have my medibles container around the house. All right. I have a couple of questions. If I buy a product one time and then buy it a month later, will it be the same strength? Raise your hand. Why not? They're all going to be different. They're plants, and they don't, God makes them all be different, just like we're all different. Does anybody else have a different answer to that? Also, like another answer could have been the buds at the top of the plant are stronger than the buds at the bottom of the plant. Maybe it could have been from the same batch, but maybe it's not has the same numbers on it either. So you might want to check that out. Always check your product. Why would marijuana eaten right out of the bag get you psychoactive effects?
Underneath the A?
Yes, you have to drop the A to make it into THC so that you now get the psychoactive effects and the therapeutic effects off of it. I was a teacher, I knew that part. It's the next step is where you go. These are medibles I made with terpenes or the indica. What is known as the power couple? I mentioned it in my presentation. Yes. Yes, THC and CBD. Very good. What is the name of the component in cannabis that provides the flavor profile? Chris. Terpenes, here. Can you catch? I used to throw before I had a brain injury, now it's like, it doesn't work. What chemo bar is good at night? So I'm gonna back here. What Canavar is good at night? Pardon me? Yes, very good. Indica. Indica is your nighttime strain. Strain is gonna be out. You're not gonna hear that. Oh, I'm sorry. The next thing you're gonna be hearing is called chemovars because strain is a bacteria. It's some type of illness you would have. It's not really good to name cannabis that. So chemovar just takes a layer up a little further. What cannabinoid is good for Alzheimer's? No, it has to be what cannabinoid? CBG, very good. What is the number one rolled edibles?
Start off slow, you get a little bit.
Yes. What if you get too many psychoactive effects from the cannabis? What are you gonna do? Pardon me? One more time. You can sniff peppercorns? I never heard of that, but he did say CBD. The answer is CBD. Also hydrate and lie down.
What's CBD stand for?
Cannabidiol. How long does it take for you to feel the effects of edibles? Lady in the back. It was on the second slide in. Lady back here with the hat. Nope. And.
Half hour.
And.
2 hours?
Yes.
2 hours?
That's the end of my presentation. Do you have any questions? Questions? Anybody? Yes.